Neuromuscular junction. Neuromuscular junction is the junction between terminal branch of nerve fiber and muscle fiber. Terminal branch of nerve fiber is called axon terminal. When the axon comes close to muscle fiber, it loses its myelin sheath. This portion of the axis cylinder is exposed and expanded like a bulb and is called motor end plate. Now, axon terminal contains mitochondria, synaptic vesicles which contains neurotransmitters acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is synthesized by mitochondria present in axon terminal. Mitochondria contains ATP which is source of energy for acetylcholine synthesis. Now, synaptic trough and synaptic cleft. Motor end plate invaginates inside the muscle fiber and forms a depression which is called synaptic trough or synaptic gutter. And space between presynaptic nerve membrane and postsynaptic membrane of the muscle fiber is called synaptic cleft. Membrane of nerve ending is called presynaptic membrane and membrane of muscle fiber is called postsynaptic membrane. Postsynaptic membrane is the membrane of the muscle fiber. It is thrown into numerous folds called subneural clefts. Transfer of information from motor nerve ending to the muscle fiber through neuromuscular junction is called neuromuscular transmission. Series of events of neuromuscular transmission. Now one by one we will talk about these events. First is acetylcholine release. When action potential reaches axon terminal, it opens voltage-gated calcium channels in the presynaptic membrane of the nerve terminal, and calcium ions from extracellular fluid enters the axon terminal. Synaptic vesicles move and fuse with presynaptic membrane. Synaptic vesicles burst and acetylcholine is released from ruptured vesicle into synaptic cleft. Each vesicle contains about 10,000 acetylcholine molecules. At a time, about 300 vesicles open and release acetylcholine. After entering the synaptic cleft, acetylcholine molecules bind with nicotinic receptors present in the postsynaptic membrane. It causes increased permeability of postsynaptic membrane for sodium ions by opening of ligand-gated sodium channels. Then sodium enters from extracellular fluid into intracellular compartment. It alters the resting membrane potential and it develops electrical potential called as end plate potential. Now, end plate potential is the change in resting membrane potential when an impulse reaches the neuromuscular junction. Resting membrane potential at neuromuscular junction is minus 90 mV. When sodium ions enters inside, slight depolarization occurs up to minus 60 mV and is called end plate potential. End plate potential is graded potential, it is not action potential and it is non-propagative. Further development of end plate potential causes generation of the action potential. Then excitation, contraction, coupling occurs, and at the end muscle contraction. Now what is miniature end plate potential? It is a weak end plate potential in neuromuscular junction that is developed by release of small quantity of acetylcholine from axon terminal. Miniature end plate potential cannot produce action potential in muscle. When more and more quanta of acetylcholine are released continuously, the miniature end plate potentials are added together and finally produce end plate potential, which results in action potential in the muscle. Acetylcholine released into synaptic cleft is destroyed very quickly within 1 millisecond by the enzyme acetylcholinesterase. However, the acetylcholine is so potent that even this short duration of 1 millisecond is sufficient to excite the muscle fiber.